Well, my interest in Springsteen started personal, and they became professional. I was 18 years old when I first saw Springsteen perform.
Where?
I actually saw him open for Chicago at Madison Square Garden.
No.
This is one of those shows that Springsteen himself disavows. He said it was one of the worst experiences of his life. But I was on a date, and my date wanted to see Chicago. Very popular band at the time. And this guy comes out with his band, blows me away. And what I like to say is my relationship with that girl didn't survive. My relationship with Springsteen has lasted more than 40 years.
How many times did you see him?
It has to be something like 200.
So I told you 20 and you were not impressed. You serious? That's it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a rookie. Listen, there are people, my wife and I saw Billy Joel recently at the Garden.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's got that gig there. And the fans are loyal. But I've never, ever seen anything, neither have you, and you know a lot better, than the loyalty to Springsteen. What is it based on?
Well, part of it is he may be the greatest live performer in the history of rock and roll. And no two nights are the same. No two sets are the same. He understands that the performance is an art form in and of itself. And people who attend those shows go back night after night on the same stand because you feel changed, you feel transformed. He delivers the original promise of rock and roll.
So you know what's interesting? In your book, Long Walk Home, a lot of talk about Springsteen's view of quote-unquote the American dream and his comparison to the reality of America. Do you think from his music and his art that he is especially disappointed?
It's not so much a question of disappointed, although certainly he's deeply concerned, as many people are, about the turn that America has taken, not only in the last few years, but since the recession. This book has a collection
of essays. The collection, and yours is one of the essays.
Correct. Mine is one of the essays, and the essay that I wrote about is called Springsteen's American Dream. You know, Springsteen has said that the body of his work has been devoted to judging the distance between American reality and the American dream. That's the arc, and it continues. It's changed over time, and part of what I do is explore how those things have changed.
With your students in particular?
Yeah, I teach a course this semester at Rutgers called Springsteen's American Vision.
These are undergrads?
These are undergrads.
So I'm thinking about my time at Rutgers as a graduate and doctoral student, and I'm thinking, A, we never had a course like this.
Right.
B, I'm more curious.
Right.
What kind of students you're attracting? These are 19, 20, 21-year-olds.
They're
Springsteen's got it by 50 years.
No, exactly. And the great thing is they're not necessarily Springsteen fans. I mean, because
really?
Their parents were Springsteen fans.
Of course.
And so in some ways they're taking it because they were brought up on Springsteen. In some cases because it's New Jersey. But in some cases because he's an iconic figure who one would study as one might study any other artist, be it a novelist or a playwright or a filmmaker. And that's how we approach it.
Born to Run means what to you and to him?
For me, Born to Run's the defining song of my life. You'll appreciate this. The first exercise I give the students week one is I have them write about a song that changed their life. And it doesn't have to literally
For mine, it was Cats in the Cradle.
There you go.
I don't want to go into that right now.
Okay, I was going to ask you.
I'm not going there.
I didn't want to put you on the spot. But it's a fabulous exercise because it forces them to think about how do you analyze music? What is a song? Talk about the lyrics, talk about the music. Why does the song have that power? And talk about American Dream, right? The opening line of Born to Run. Every day we sweat it out on the streets of the runaway American dream. The runaway American dream is what Springsteen has been thinking about. That's where the escape was, the difference between day and evening.
The significance of the Rising, September 11th.
One of the profound creative responses to one of the great traumas, right, in our country and in this area. And for him to be able to produce those songs in that way. And that's the thing about art. It has to transcend the moment, right? It can't just be a political song or a theme song or a protest song, and his music has done that, and certainly The Rising did that.
Now, Rosalita, that's just for fun, correct? There's no political statement, there's...
Well, right? it's about love. It's about
how about
romance.
This? When he says to the the father's going to regret this.
Yeah.
Because, what did he do?
Is that wonderful?
Because he just
signed a big contract, right?
He screwed up. The old man screwed up.
Yeah, but it's a bar song. It's a band song. It's a dance song. And that's the other side of it. We can be serious, as we should be, about Springsteen and the music, and he's been serious. There are many different versions, but we can't forget the joy of the rock and roll dance.
Deep question.
Go ahead.
If it were not for Springsteen, would we have ever had Courtney Cox? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Google it, check it out.